When people ignore. That morning, the sky over Jakarta was cloudy, just like Dani's mood. He sat at a coffee stall near his office, staring at his phone screen filled with notifications not from friends, but from online marketplaces bombarding him with year-end clearance sale promos. Why does my life feel so stuck? Dani muttered as he sipped his now cold coffee. Since childhood, Dani often felt ignored. In school, he always sat in the back row, forgotten by teachers who couldn't even remember his name. At work, his boss remembered the intern's name more than his. Dani felt like a supporting character in other people's stories. That day, after brooding at the coffee stall, Dani decided to take a day off. He needed fresh air, or at least a change of scenery. He went to the city park, sitting under a shady tree while watching people jog. Suddenly, a little boy ran up to him. "Mister, do you want to buy a balloon?" the boy asked innocently. Dani was startled. "Huh? A balloon? Who's selling balloons here?" The boy pointed toward an old balloon vendor in the corner of the park. Dani shook his head. "No, thanks. I don't need a balloon." The little boy smiled faintly and said, "The balloons are cute, mister. But it's okay if you don't buy one. I just want to help that man sell them." Dani was taken aback. A child that young cared so much about others, while he had been too busy thinking about his own ignored life. Feeling a little ashamed, Dani got up and approached the balloon seller. "I'll take one, sir," he said, pulling some cash from his wallet. The balloon seller smiled warmly. "Thank you so much, son. God bless you." Dani managed a small smile and returned to his bench, holding the balloon in his hand. It was bright red with the word "Keep Going" written on it. As he reflected, Dani realized something. Maybe he had been too focused on what he wanted from the world and forgot to ask, "What can I give to the world?" From that day, Dani decided to stop feeling like a background character and start being the protagonist in his own story. The next day at work, he approached his boss with a new project idea. "Sir, I have an idea to improve our team's efficiency," he said confidently. His boss paused for a moment and then said, "Great idea, Dani. You take the lead on this. I'll expect your report soon." It was the first time his boss called him by name correctly. Dani also began paying more attention to people around him. He helped a coworker struggling with a report, greeted the security guard every morning, and even struck up conversations with the porridge vendor outside the office. Slowly but surely, Dani felt his life changing. He no longer felt ignored because he had started to see others. He learned that when we give attention and positive energy to the world responds in unexpected ways. That day, Dani walked out of the office with a wide smile. He looked at the red balloon still sitting on his desk and whispered softly, "Thank you, keep going." Moral of the story. Sometimes, the world seems to ignore us because we're too focused on ourselves. When we start giving, the world starts noticing us in return.